Magandang gabi mga kaibigan. Welcome to a tale whispered on the wind, a story not meant for fragile ears. Tonight we speak of things unseen, things that crawl not just in the dark corners, but in the very fabric of our reality. They say some curses aren't broken, they simply evolve. And tonight we look into the eyes of a creature so small, yet so terrible, it can unravel the world as you know it. Listen closely. For the horror begins not with a monster, but with a single, tiny IPIS. The old ancestral house of the De La Cruz family in Vigan is known for its antique charm, its creaky floorboards, and the persistent presence of IPIs, cockroaches. But this isn't about ordinary pests. Leo, 20s, a tech-savvy student skeptical, is visiting for his Lola's birthday. He's trying to get a signal on his phone in the dimly lit sala, constantly swatting away the skittering insects. He spots one particularly large IPIs crawling on a faded portrait of his great-great-grandfather. Its carapace gleams with an unnatural, almost metallic sheen. Leo tries to swat it, but the IPIs moves with impossible speed, darting behind the portrait. He pushes the old frame aside, revealing not a wall, but a small shimmering tear in the fabric of space. A glitch, like a damaged TV screen. He cautiously peers through the tear. Inside, he sees his Lola, sitting in the very same sala, but 30 years younger, laughing with a man he doesn't recognize. The man has no face, only a flickering static where his features should be. Leo pulls back, startled, bumping into an antique mirror. His reflection in the mirror isn't his own. It's the face of the blank-faced man from the tear. The man's mouth slowly opens, and a swarm of tiny IPs crawls out, skittering across the mirror's surface. Leo jumps back, gagging as the IPIs begin to crawl into his own mouth, a sickening invasion. He stumbles through the old house, feeling the creatures inside him, their tiny legs scratching against his throat. He collapses onto the polished, narrow floor, gasping for air, and as he opens his eyes, he sees the same metallic IPs from before, now perched on his outstretched hand. The IPIs doesn't move. Instead, its antennae tap rhythmically on his skin, sending strange digital pulses directly into his mind. He sees flashes of code, complex algorithms, and then a map of the house, but every room is labeled Loop 1, Loop 2, Loop 3, endlessly repeating. He hears a distorted version of his Lola's voice, not from the tier, but from directly above him. The bug is spreading, my Apo. He's rewriting everything. Leo looks up. His Lola is standing over him, but her eyes are solid black, and a thin, metallic wire is sticking out from her neck. She reaches for him, her hand moving with a jerky, unnatural motion. Leo screams, rolling away, and scrambles to his feet. He runs towards the main door. But the wooden door frame begins to stretch and distort, turning into a tunnel of shimmering, iridescent IP's wings. He tries to push through, but the wings part to reveal not the outside, but the same sala he just left, except now the IPs are everywhere, covering every surface, all of them motionless, frozen in place like tiny obsidian statues. The sound of Manong Gabriel's voice, now echoing through the silent house, says, "Some glitches. They become the system." Leo looks down at his hand. The metallic eyepiece is gone, but the glowing blue circle from the previous story's protagonist is now pulsing on his wrist. He realizes the entire house, including himself, is a construct, a repeating digital loop. The last thing he sees is his own reflection in a broken piece of ceramic, his face now a pixelated, shimmering mosaic of IPIS wings. And so the loop continues. But tell me, mga kaibigan, when the bug rewrites the world, are you still the player, or merely another line of its endless code? Think about that. The next time you see a crawling shadow in the corner of your eye, good night.